They're gonna clean up your looks with all the lies in the books to make...
Hi everyone! So I apologise in advance that this is probably going to be a very long video. As promised, I am going to show you me giving the guinea pigs baths and tell you a bit about the products that I got from Gorgeous Guineas and show you their cage when it's cleaned afterwards, and also tell you a bit about the different kind of parasites that can affect your guinea pigs. So that's an awful lot of stuff to get through, isn't it, Spritey? Yes! As you can see, their cage is horrible and messy at the moment. Last night I stayed at my boyfriend's, so it hasn't been swept today, but as I'm doing the whole cage clean out, it will be nice and clean soon enough. What I'm going to do now is just get Lola out and try and show you the static lice that they have. So here is Lola, and we've gone by the window to try and get some light, so hopefully you might be able to see what I'm talking about. Now, static lice are tiny little things that just look like specks and they don't appear to be moving at all. They can get them, from what I've heard, through the hay, through the bedding, obviously through any other guinea pigs that are affected. So I really don't know how mine have got them, but with other parasites it might be that the guinea pigs always have them in small numbers anyway, until they kind of get a bit out of control. You probably won't be able to see them unless there is quite a lot of them, and you can probably only see them in light coloured fur.
Citizen out of you, because they sleep with a gun and keep an eye on you, son, so they can watch all the things you do. Because the drugs never work, they're gonna get...
Static lice don't bite the guinea pigs, so they're nothing to worry about really, but they are a parasite and, you know, they're just not a very nice thing to have around. Are they, Piggy? Hello. You're going to show us their little piggy lips. So moving on from Lola and her little piggy lips, well, I'm going to do the next part of the video now, and as you can see the pigs are in their little playpen and I am cleaning the cage out. I just thought I would tell you a bit more about the stuff that I got from Gorgeous Guineas. There is their logo, and they're a pretty well-known company actually, and they come highly recommended, so I thought I would try out some of their products. So I hope that helps you understand a bit more about static lice and what they are. And the thing about static lice and why I've got these products is because they are quite resilient to the ivermectin medical treatment that you'll get from your vets. Now, the main one that I got, obviously because of the static lice, is this Lice and Easy shampoo, and you just use this like a normal shampoo. They recommend you do it in weekly treatments, although most of the lice should be gone after the first one, so I'm pretty excited to see if that is going to happen. And then the other things I got, as you can see, they're very small little tubs. These are all trial sizes, so they've only got a small amount in. Now, this is a different kind of shampoo, which I probably won't use it for a while until the lice have gone, but I will try and use it on Annie if she is still having dry skin, because I don't know if it's I have read that it is a thing with Texels and other long-haired piggies that they are prone to dry skin, but yeah, and Annie has got a fair bit of dry skin, so that's to try and help her a bit. This is something else which I got for Annie. It is a cocoa neem melt, and basically with the melts you put them on and leave them for 20 minutes and then shampoo them off, and they just help with dry skin or fungal infection. I got this one because it said it's a good one to use if you don't know what skin problem your guinea pig has, whether it's fungal or parasitic or they just have dry skin, so that's why I got that one. And the last thing I got is this Perfect Paws ointment, and this is to help, again, dry skin on their feet, because both Annie and Lola do have quite like calloused paws, and this will hopefully just soften them up a bit. I think that may be to do with being kept in an unclean environment, just in the house. They probably went on a lot of different surfaces and stuff, so hopefully that'll help their paws a bit. The Gorgeous Guineas provide you with information sheets for all their products, so they really help how to use them. Important things such as do not use for guinea pigs under 3 months old, and some of them do not use on pregnant sows, and for the melts and all of the shampoos actually don't use them if they're also undergoing a course of ivermectin, which is the treatment for parasites that you'll get from your vet.
Cause they got methods of keeping you clean.
So before I do the baths, I'm going to do the melt on Annie. I'm just going to follow the instructions on here, and it says to put on half a teaspoon at a time. The melt, this is the melt, it actually melts when you put it in your hand, so you want to put it in your hand first and then spread it along her hair and near her skin as well. So it says start at the head and work up to the nose, along the cheeks, inside and outside the ears, down the body and underneath your guinea, not forgetting their feet. So it says you'll need between 1 teaspoon and 2 teaspoons of this. So that's what I'm going to do now and just show you what she looks like when I've finished. So I followed the instructions and this is the result. Her hair just looks a bit bedraggled. So now I'm going to leave that for 20 minutes and then wash it off with the Lice and Easy shampoo when I do the others. So she didn't seem to mind. You did squeak a little bit. I think her fur is a bit sensitive at the back.
Your aspirations to shreds. Another cog in the murder machine. They set out teenagers scared the living shit out of me. They could care less as long as someone will bleed. So darken your clothes or strike a violent pose. Maybe it'll leave you alone, but not me. The boys and girls in the clique, the awful names at the stick. You're never gonna fit in much, kid. But if you're troubled and hurt.
I hope you enjoyed those photos there. I didn't bother doing a video because I think most people know the basics of bathing guinea pigs. Just the most important things to remember is that the water is at an okay temperature, and I like to give them something to stand on so they don't feel too insecure in the bath. And also important is to make sure that all the shampoo or whatever it is you're using is washed out, because you don't want them eating it when they're washing themselves. Another important thing to remember is, especially if it's winter or they live outside, is to make sure your guinea pigs are dry before they go back in their cage, or almost dry anyway. Now these are quite damp still, but because they're indoors and it's quite warm at the moment, being summer and everything, they're okay just to be left to dry naturally. I also dried them a bit with the hairdryer, and for the hairdryer I just use it on the coldest setting and the lowest power setting, so that obviously you don't want to make it too hot for them or like too violent for them. So they didn't seem to mind that. I haven't done that before, but I thought I'd give it a go because especially Annie, she was very wet indeed with all that hair. I think I'm going to leave this video here because what with changing the cage and everything, it seems to have taken me all afternoon. So I think I'm going to include the other information about other parasites that your guinea pigs can get in another video, and that also gives me time to do some more research. So that's all for now. I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys, and if you just have any questions then feel free to comment below, and also request if you want me to do any videos. So thank you for watching. Goodbye!
You got under your shirt, we'll make them pay for the things that they did. They set out teenagers scared the living shit out